Hey guys, what's up? Thanks so much for stopping by. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm so happy to have you. My name is Dana, and today I'm going to take you on a tour through my trash, aka an empties video. So there's mainly like hair care, skin care, body care type items. It takes me a lot longer to get through like a lip gloss or a foundation versus like a dry shampoo. But either way, hopefully you find this video interesting. This is from Kenra. It's the Dry Volume Burst Instant Soft Hold Volumizing Spray. It was my first time using it, or my first time purchasing it, and I do think I would get it again. I wouldn't go through and use this as an all-over finishing spray. I mainly just used it like on day 1 and day 2 hair whenever it was still really soft and just needed some zhuzhing. I'm like out of everything right now, so I feel like my hair is just flat today because I'm out of all of my good stuff. But I love this on day 1 or day 2 hair. I would lift up like the first 2 layers and just kind of do a spritz from like roots to mid shaft. It does have a good grip hold on it, but without it being crunchy, it just kind of adds that bit of dry texture. I know some people only like the feeling of like soft, clean hair all day. I personally don't like, I like the feeling of it, but I don't like the look of it, because if my hair is too soft and clean, then it's just flat and it doesn't do anything. If I add something like this, it just gives it the volume that it needs. So this is definitely a repurchase. Next up, we have from Bumble&Bumble. This is the BB Thickening Dry Spun Texture Spray. I've used this so many times in the past. I really only purchase this whenever it's on sale, just because I go through this way too fast. Honestly, I get the same exact look from the Kristin S Dry Volume Texture Spray. I think that's what it's called. That is normally always in an empties video. I've purchased that so many times. It used to be $14, but I think it's either $15 or $16 now. Either way, it's still a great value, because this normal retail is like 30 something dollars and you only get 3.6 ounces. Something about this, like while I love it, I just get through it way too quickly. So I only purchase this when it's on sale. It's not that much better than the Kristin S for me to justify the normal price point of it. I feel like Tree Hut has been around for years and years, but then like with TikTok, there's this whole TikTok realm where people just do like body care hauls, shower routines, all of this, and people have like showers full of things. Have you guys seen those? That is so overwhelming to me. While like it looks cute having like all of them and like being able to smell all of them, I can't imagine getting into a shower and just being like covered with that much product like on every wall. Even just watching it, kind of like, it's too much. But I had purchased this one because honestly, the label just drew me in. This is called Desert Haze. It says it's made with shea butter, cactus flower, and raspberry extract. The scent of this is so good. Most of the other Tree Hut ones are either like coffee, bakery, or like fruity. This is one that smells like an actual perfume. It has a really nice, like warm, sultry. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like Flower Bomb mixed with, I have this hand sanitizer or hand lotion from Bath & Body Works called, oh, I can see the label right now. It's like black and there's little like pearls or something on it. I think it's Into the Night. If you've smelled that before, it smells like if that and Flower Bomb had a baby. I will definitely repurchase this. I personally love the Tree Hut scrubs just because they do a good job of exfoliating, but with the shea butter in there, it still kind of leaves behind a little bit of that greasy residue. Not super greasy, but just a little bit of like that oily finish to where my skin feels hydrated and not just like where it's too clean, where it's like, I talk about that plenty of times, but sometimes even like facial cleansers, it's like too much where it just makes your skin feel dry. I like how this leaves my skin feeling hydrated. I actually had another one that I finished and I accidentally threw it away. It was during Christmas, the candy cane one. I wish that was year round. I'm someone that loves peppermint, anything, everything. I'm gonna include this even though there's still only this much left. This is from Mrs. Meyer's. Her other scents are okay. I do like, I think it's called like Acorn Spice, something like that, that comes out during the fall. But this peppermint one that comes out during Christmas smells so freaking good. I like reserve that just for my office because I love how fresh and clean it smells. This is from Kerastase. It's the Fresh Affair Refreshing Dry Shampoo, Vitamin E, and Rice Starch. The rice starch in this, I really do feel like makes a difference, because out of all the other dry shampoos that I have, this one doesn't do much for volume, but the way that this actually absorbs oil, I feel like is way better than a majority of my other dry shampoos. My hair doesn't get super oily. I mean, I go 4 to 5 days before I wash my hair. Also, quick disclaimer, y'all, just because I think sometimes when people say they don't wash their hair for that long, they assume that they're not showering. I shower every night before bed. I'm a nighttime shower, but I just don't wash my hair. This is something that does a great job of actually absorbing the oil. I've tried so many dry shampoos. I haven't tried the, is it Jet Lag or something? The charcoal one from IGK. I've heard that one's like too much. And like I said, My hair never really gets that oily, so I don't feel like I need anything that intense, but the intensity of this is good. The only thing is the scent. Whoops. It has a little bit of that like rosy floral grandma vibe, which I don't love. This was sent to me in PR. Honestly, like I think this is the full size. It's only 1.2 ounces and it's pricey. I wouldn't ever spend my own money on a dry shampoo this size, but I do like it. If you have a budget for that, then by all means, but I don't know. I find that I do get other dry shampoos that work well. Would I use it again if I got it in PR? Absolutely. I just feel like the price point is high for the size. This is the Tatcha Dewy Serum. I love, love, love the Dewy Skin Cream. That is one of my all-time favorite like makeup prepping moisturizers. The serum is nice, but it's not one that I have to have. I feel like whenever I just use the moisturizer, that's plenty enough. I also love the serum stick that comes in this line just to use on my under eyes or on my neck throughout the day. The serum is kind of give or take. I wouldn't buy it again. I would way rather use that money towards a moisturizer, but it is nice. However, a serum that I love, this was just a deluxe size. My friend Laura gave this to me. It's from Glow Recipe, the Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. Oh my gosh, I'm so sad that I already finished this. This is something that I definitely would purchase the full size of. I love this. If you love a glowy base that's just hydrating and gives your skin that like plumping effect, you would love this. I have these two products from Holifrog. First up, the Galilee Antioxidant Dewy Drops. I love these. After I went in with my toner, I would just apply some of this all over my face. It kind of gives you that like glass skin effect. That's how they market it. But it just, I mean, it looks dewy, exactly like it says. The only thing I didn't like about this was the scent. It definitely has more of like a natural herbal sort of smell that just got weirder with time, but I finished it off because I really did like the overall look that it gave my skin. And then this was once they kind of like rebranded. This is their Sunnyside C Glow Serum, their vitamin C serum. I'm not too picky with vitamin C serums. I've really only ever used like one or two that would get weird and pilly. Even like after I waited for everything to absorb, it would just kind of ball up. This I didn't have any issues with. I really liked the overall like consistency of it. This one, I wish I had a tiny bit left. There's nothing left in here. It has a little bit more of like a oily serum consistency. It's not just like a regular lotion. It has a little bit more of that like, I don't want to say greasy, but kind of that like slick feel to it. So it really spread out onto the face evenly and nicely. I use this all over my face and my neck. I have so many vitamin C serums. Well, not so many. I have like 2 or 3 in my backup drawer right now, just from like various K-beauty brands that I want to try. So I won't repurchase this anytime soon, but once I finish up my others, I would be more than happy to go back to this one. I honestly haven't tried much from Holifrog that I've disliked. A lot of their products are really nice. Next up, one of my all-time favorite nighttime moisturizers. This is from Tatcha, the Indigo Overnight Repair. Pretty sure this has AHAs and BHAs. I love the way that it makes my skin look. Whenever I get those like areas on like my chin and my nose where things just look congested, between the Paula's Choice BHA exfoliant and this, those two together, I swear, have changed the texture of my skin. I go back to this one every single time. I already have another one open on my vanity. It is a pricier product, but I absolutely love this. There's very few Tatcha products that I've tried that I've disliked. The cleansing oil was just so-so to me, but everything else I love. The Indigo line and then the Dewy Serum or like the Dewy Skin line are definitely my top 2 favorites though. They're just, they work beautifully with my skin. I have 4 mascaras in here. Maybelline Sky High and Waterproof. I've talked about this so many times. In fact, I just posted a TikTok the other day. If you have straight, stubborn lashes, Maybelline Sky High is amazing. It is a pain to get off. Like it's something that you have to use a cleansing balm or a cleansing oil with. As long as you have one of those, it's fine. But if you're someone that just washes their face with like soap and water, and you use this in waterproof, it's gonna be a nightmare. For lashes that are just stubborn, that don't wanna hold a curl, this formula is just perfection for me. I've tried so many drugstore mascaras and I always go back to Maybelline. Something about their waterproof formulas just work great with my lashes, whereas a lot of other mascaras stay too wet for too long. I know some people, like if you have great lashes, a wet mascara is probably perfect for you. But if you have lashes that just want to go down instantly, that additional weight from the like wet formula just instantly pulls them down. So I just like how this formula dries up a little bit faster. The actual tube doesn't dry out, but like the formula just gets a little bit thicker to where it holds the curl. Another one that I love, this is actually a fiber mascara, so sometimes it's a little bit of a pain, but this is one that holds my curls all day long. This is a Japanese mascara, the Long Up Mascara, super waterproof. It's not quite as like defining as Sky High or some of the other mascaras in my collection, but this is amazing if you have those super straight, stubborn lashes, like specifically Asian lashes. This works amazing. The only thing is it's not quite as easy to get as like the Maybelline Sky High. Then one more, this is the Essence Lash Princess in Waterproof. While I do still love this mascara, especially the price point, you can't beat it. It's under $5. Sometimes it goes on sale for like $3.99. I love it, but I do feel like I have to hit my lashes with a lash curler again midway throughout the day with the Essence. Whereas with the Maybelline Sky High, I apply it and then I'm good to go. Especially if I layer it with something else, I don't have any issues. But I do still love Essence, and I mean, I repurchase all three of those pretty consistently. Then another hair care product. This is from Kristin S. This product and then the Kristin S Dry Texturizing Spray that I talked about earlier are my two favorites from her. This is just key for me when it comes to volume at my roots. If you have super fine, flat hair that you have a hard time getting volume with, this is it. I believe it's $11 now, but one bottle does last you a while. It used to come in a little shaker bottle, but I really like this air pump version now. You just lift up parts of your hair. Mine is at the very, very end. There's a little bit more powder left, but it's gotten to the point where like, once you get to the very end and you have to like pump multiple times before stuff comes out, the powder kind of, it's like it comes out too heavy. Whereas whenever there's still plenty of product, see what I mean? Like the way that it sprays isn't as good, but that's because it's at the very, very end. But if you are looking for something just to add like grit and volume to your roots, if you've ever had questions on how I get volume in my hair, it's this guy right here. I absolutely love that stuff. Next up from Tresemme, this is the Texture Dry Texture Finishing Spray. I actually purchased this because we had a mom's night out one night. We're staying at a hotel and one of my friends was using this. I used a little bit of it and I was like, huh, that's actually pretty good. I think that was only like $4 or $5. It worked great, but I do prefer other texture sprays more. But if you're on a budget or if you're just looking for something that you can quickly grab, this does the job. I mean, I would get it again, but there's other products that I would grab before this. For instance, the Kristin S one. There's nothing wrong with this. I just feel like I get the desired look that I want every time with the Kristin S one, whereas like this one, sometimes I like have to go back in for a quick touch up. But I mean, it just kind of varies, I guess, with your hair texture. This is from the brand Replenix. They make an under eye brightener that I absolutely love. This is from their Glycolic no, it's from their discoloration line. This is their glycolic acid 10% resurfacing peel. I love the Elemis ones, but Replenix kept sending these over and over again, and I'm pretty sure that these are cheaper than the Elemis ones. I have to double check, but they both kind of work the same way for my skin. These are a lot thinner and smaller. No, they're thinner, maybe not smaller. They are thinner than the Elemis pads, but if you're just looking for a great toner pad, I really like these. This is from Davines. Davines is a more expensive line, but I do love their hair care products. This is the Oi Conditioner. I didn't love this as much as I love their Love Conditioner, the Love line that comes in the lavender. That I just felt like was way more hydrating for my hair. I love the Oi Milk and the Oi Oil, but the Oi Conditioner, I honestly kind of had to like force myself to finish. I loved it, and then once I got to like the halfway point, I just felt like it kind of stopped working its magic. So I don't think I would repurchase this, but I definitely would repurchase the Love Conditioner. I have a body wash from the brand Playa. This is their everyday body wash. It has pineapple and papaya enzymes and neem oil. I really like just the way that this feels on my skin. You don't get quite a rich lather as you do with a cream body wash, but it does still sud up a little bit. I don't know if I'm gonna rush out and buy it right now. My only complaint is that I wish it had a stronger scent. I think they try to be a little bit more on the natural side, but I was hoping this was gonna be like a super strong pineapple. Like not even like a fake pineapple, but just have more of a tropical sort of scent, because honestly, it's like, to me, it almost smells like a slightly scented, unscented product. It's just very, very light when it comes to the fragrance portion. I have two concealers. Well, one is actually a under eye corrector. This is from Innisfree. I talk about this all the time. It's a peach under eye corrector. I absolutely love it. The formula is great. It's like hydrating while still adding coverage and just adding brightness to my dark under eyes. I already have a new bottle in my drawer. Then we have the Jouer Essential High Coverage Liquid Concealer. Looks like there's still a ton in here, but if you look on the sides, I've been scraping the edges. I had mine in the shade Macaron. While I do really like the larger applicator of this, and the formula is nice, don't get me wrong, I do prefer the Hourglass Vanish, that's where the sh comes in, concealer over this one. If the Hourglass one didn't exist, then I probably would go back to this. But after using the Vanish concealer, I ignore a lot of my other concealers for that one. We have two brow products. One is one that I would not repurchase. This is the Precisely My Brow 4.5 from Benefit. This used to be like my holy grail, but honestly, so many drugstore brands make great brow pencils now. CoverGirl has one, Maybelline has one that I really like, so I wouldn't repurchase this. It's good, don't get me wrong, but for the price, I feel like there's plenty of other brow products where I get the same look and finish for way cheaper. This is one that I always repurchase. I already have one in my drawer right now that's open. The Milani Weekend Brow. I have mine in Espresso. I think this is the darkest shade. I love this stuff. I even love medium brown as a liquid eyeliner if I'm just looking for like a softer liner. I'm not wearing it today. I'm wearing one from, I think, McQueen, New York, the K-Beauty brand. But medium brown as an eyeliner is great. I had originally purchased that and it was way too warm for my brows, but Espresso is perfect. If you just want a thin, fine marker, create those little brow strokes, this one is amazing. I still haven't used the NYX one, but it's because I'm already familiar and I love this one so much that I'm like, why even bother? This one's so good. All right, and then finally a perfume. I'm including this in here because I know I'll end up throwing it away and forget to include it in next empties, but I do probably have like 3 more wears out of this. It's like at the very bottom of the shoe. This is the Good Girl, or Carolina Herrera, I think. Is it called Good Girl, right? But there's so many different versions. So it's the one that's in the blue shoe. I've tried some of the others. I didn't love them as much, but I do love this one. Anytime I wear this one, I always get compliments. I was even at like Cane's the other day picking up an order for Landon, my son, and 2 people were like, what perfume is that? That always like makes you feel good, you know, when they have to ask what it is, because then it's like, you found a doozy. I know a lot of people wear this one, but if you like warmer, like sultry scents, I think you would enjoy this as well. All right, and there you have it. All of my trash from the last couple months. I know there's stuff that I did forget. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's like 2 foundations that should have been in here, but if you want to see those, I did upload a foundation declutter video not too long ago, so I'll go ahead and post it here if you want to check it out. Also, I filmed an entire like K-Beauty cushion foundation video. The views on that are like really sad, so if you are curious and you want to check that out and do me a favor, I'd appreciate it. And yeah, that's it for today. As always, thanks so much for spending part of your day with me. If you haven't already, I would love if you subscribe. You could always give me a follow over on TikTok and Instagram. We can hang out, chat over there. And yeah, that's it. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.